My name is Shannon and this is my story. On December 24th, Christmas Eve, I was diagnosed with leukemia and they said I could go home for Christmas, thank God. And on the 26th, my friends from the neighborhood and my other best friend from Concord, she came over just so we could see each other before I went to the hospital. Treatment, but you go in and out of the hospital. ALL is 3 months you stay in to get more intense chemo, and I didn't have either. I had both, which is a rare case. But they treated me more like AML. So I was in the hospital for about 5 months, and I also had a bone marrow transplant. I got to go home twice. Once I went home for 1 day, and I couldn't stay overnight that time. And then the next time I stayed home for 5 days right before transplant. We had chemo at Children's Hospital, and the first round was awful. I was always I wasn't drinking enough, I wasn't eating enough. I had a port line. I have a scar here, I don't think you can see it, and here, and on my chest. And I got liquid chemo. Some people get oral, pill forms. I was throwing up a lot. I don't even know how to, think of the sickest you've ever been in your life and times that by 10. That's how I was feeling. It was bad. On my bone marrow transplant, I got to go home a week before I went to the bone marrow transplant for, and bone marrow transplant, it's so much different. You have so much more restrictions, and I was in a different wing because you can't leave that wing unless it's an X-ray or surgery. And so bone marrow transplant, it's more like a transfusion. I had a port in my chest, and there was just a bag, and it looked like blood, and they gave me a ton of Benadryl. And it was awful because everyone was like, oh my God, you can't fall asleep during this. It's like your rebirth. But no, Benadryl just knocks you out. But also, if you have a transplant, you have to get something called radiation to your skin. And after that, if I got a mark on my skin, it will get redder. It will go away, but I have random marks, randomly just see a mark on my skin one day, and how did that get there? Yeah. I got a lot more closer to my mom and my dad. We got to talk a lot more. Yeah.